University, one of the other hats that I wear is I'm the president of English Pen, and an organisation that is passionately committed to freedom of expression. And I am personally very committed to freedom of expression. I recognise that freedom of expression is absolute, but only up to a point. If it tips over into another place and is then used to marshal forces against particular communities, particular groups, or particular individuals, then the issue that has to be put on the agenda is what are the limits of free speech? And in the world of the internet, that becomes much more difficult to regulate. It was relatively straightforward when you had one national-owned radio station, a national-owned television station, a handful of newspapers. But with Twitter and Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram and various other things, how do you begin to police hateful thought, hateful expression, hateful propositions? How do you distinguish between what is accurate and what is inaccurate? How do you, in a democratic society that is based on the rule of law, make sure that you allow freedom of expression up to the very point at which it is used decently, but that it does not cross the line into giving rise to manifestations of hatred and abuse and discrimination for particular individuals and particular communities? Those are tough questions. I mean, there is anyone who says it's a simple way to answer that question, I think is not speaking accurately. And I think we have to confront these realities, recognise that it's difficult, that no society, no community has a monopoly on the right answers. We need to listen to each other, but ultimately we've got to stick to our fundamental values. No freedom is more important, in my view, than the freedom of expression. And when that is curtailed, if it is curtailed inappropriately, we are in terrible difficulty.